The honourable member for Calgary-Fish Creek.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The latest study from the Fraser Institute indicates lack of pipeline capacity in Canada will cost our energy sector as much as $15.8 billion this year. That's 0.7% of national GDP. Think about it for a minute. If our country had effective national and provincial leadership steering pipeline projects into reality, our national GDP would increase by almost a full percentage point without any government incentives or spending. In fact, invoking constitutional jurisdiction might just be enough to get hostile provincial governments out of the way. And, Mr. Speaker, who are the people blocking this pipeline? Our government's fellow travellers, their BC NDP colleagues, who I imagine would vigorously defend the pensions of BC government employees. But even the BC Investment Management Corporation, which manages pension funds for their public sector workers, sees the importance of our energy industry and invests in companies like Enbridge, Pembina Corporation, and lo and behold, Kinder Morgan. Not only is Horgan putting the livelihoods of Alberta and BC oil and gas workers at risk, Mr. Speaker, he is risking the financial futures of his own employees and an untold number of other public sector employees across Canada, whose pension funds are invested in our humble energy industry. Protecting the public sector with yet another dose of hypocrisy indeed. And finally, who is actually on the front lines protesting this pipeline? Free speech gives individuals the right and the ability to voice their opinion for or against Kinder Morgan within the confines of the law. However, just this week when Global BC tried to film the protest camp and the structure that is being built there as these individuals settle in for the long haul, the journalists and the crew were threatened with violence by the protesters and told they could not film, even though it was on public property. Mr. Speaker, I am hopeful that one day we will have a federal government with the courage to step in and press our vital energy interests as a national priority, instead of sitting idly by and letting the hypocrites and violent foreign-funded protesters rule the day. Thank you.